Excellent. Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Carla Plasencia, and on behalf of the student world, I welcome you to this live session, Study in France, Discover Opportunities with Burgundy School of Business. Um, I'm very happy that you are all here and that you have given us a little bit of your afternoons to find out all the opportunities that this amazing institution has for you. I'm going to explain a little bit about how the platform would work. So we have the chat tab that you will see on the right side of your screens. There, you have the chat. There, you can say where you're from, send us like hellos and everything. But if you have any questions during the presentation, please type them on the second tab of your chat. That is the questions window. There, I'll be tracking all the questions there for the Q&A session at the end. And also, please keep an eye on the third window of your chat tab, which is a polls, because I will be launching some polls there. We will be super happy if you could go there and just click on your answer. And okay, perfect. So now I will tell you a little bit about the school that the institution that we have today, which is super cool. It is located in Dijon, France, and Burgundy is a top-level international business school. It's since 1899. Burgundy offers programs from undergraduate to postgraduate level with a collaborative and highly innovative approach. Now, to talk about more about this institution, we have Camille here. Welcome, Camille. Thank you so much for being here with us. And let's begin with the presentation.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Carla, for the introduction. So I hope everyone is doing well. I am very happy to be in front of all of you today, and I can see that you come from very different countries, and that's really nice to have different people with different profiles and cultures. So let me introduce myself. My name is Camille, and I am in charge of helping international students enroll at Burgundy School of Business. So we are a French business and management school. We are located in a city called Dijon, and I will tell you more about it. And so I've been doing this job for 4 years now, and I've been recruiting for our institution, but not only. I've also helped other business schools in France to recruit students, some of them being in the top 5. So I think I've had a good idea of what students are expecting and what your questions might be and what your expectations are also. So feel free to ask me anything that you want in the question tab. I will be happy to answer any queries you might have. It could be about the program, about the school, also about life in France, about anything, admissions too, probably. So thank you for typing your question in that tab so that your question is taken into consideration. Also, I am here as a BSB student, so I've been studying at Burgundy School of Business for 5 years. I studied the Bachelor in Management and the Master in Management program, so I've been studying 5 years at BSB. So overall, I think I know the school quite well. And to start with, so I promise you it will be an interactive session. I really want you to talk to me and ask me anything you want. Of course, I'd present the school, but I would really like this interaction. For this reason, I have a presentation, of course, to show you so that you can have an idea of what things look like. And we will start with showing you a video of the campus. And so I think the video will be shared, and I will explain you how, what the spaces are for and so on. So this is us, Burgundy School of Business. And this is how you enter the school, the biggest student area, which is the student lounge. So you have many things to do there. You can gather with your team, with your mates, and so on. Here, it's like the library. So you really have everything you need there to learn as much as you want. And you can see it's such a nice place. Our students really love it. We have the career booster, which is the career services part also in there. Then we have the House of Finance, because we have quite a specialization in finance programs. Of course, we have regular classrooms, but you can see that our classrooms are small classrooms, face-to-face courses only, outside of COVID, let's say. And this is the exterior. It's really nice place. You can see that there's a park. We have leisure areas. Of course, you can go there and have your lunch and rest. We have a dedicated space for our wine and spirits business programs. And here is actually the place where you go and meet us, the staff. So we have our students' services here. And there you will see the gym. We do have a gym on campus, obviously, so that you can do some sports on site. Then you have all the students' clubs here. And this is the kitchen, the place where you can eat on campus. You are free to eat anywhere you want, obviously. There it is. This is the last part of our campus, the entrepreneurial garden. We want to really give our students everything they might need to start their own company or do whatever they want related to entrepreneurship. And that's it. So it was a short 2 minutes video, but I think it's good that you see what our campus looks like. Can you please now move your questions to the question tab, and I'll start the presentation. Thanks. So, Dijon, that's the first questions probably you might ask, where is it? So I put the little map of France for you to see where we're located. So we are quite close to Paris, 1 hour and 40 minutes away to be precise. And because we're in a smaller city, the living expenses are much more affordable than the capital city. We have quite a nice city and region, which are recognized by the UNESCO. And of course, we have very famous vineyards, but also our gastronomy is recognized worldwide. You have here some pictures of what the city looks like, and probably you know the specialty that is the mustard of Dijon, or I advise you to try it if you don't know it yet. About accreditations and rankings. So that's the first questions students usually ask is, how do I know what school I should pick? What's the best program for me? What type of school or program can reach my expectations? So first of all, I think what you have to check is the quality of the degree you will be getting. Is the degree a real degree, first of all? Is it recognized nationally? Is it recognized internationally? So about this, we are quite proud because we have the highest international recognitions. In France, there are 250 business schools and we are ranked 50th. So we are quite proud of our rankings. But what's interesting to say mostly also is that we actually gained 5 places in 7 years. That means that we are trying to improve ourselves and we are dynamic to become better. Of course, we have the double international accreditation, AACSB and EQUIS, which are the only 2 international accreditations which accreditate the school and not the programs. So it accreditates the whole quality of the school, the programs, but also the staff, everything. Of course, we are part of the Financial Times ranking. We are in the top 100 worldwide for 4 years now. And of course, we are partners with Campus France, who with Campus France delivered us a label actually called Welcome to France. This label is showing that we have a very good level of welcoming international students. We do as much as we can, but it's quite consistent. Then you saw the video about the campus, but here are some pictures of what it looks like. You saw that it's a very modern place, but we are also a very old Business School. We were founded in 1899, and as you saw, there are many different places in the campus. There are learning spaces, study rooms, but also leisure areas, a gym. We also have a dance hall, a music studio. We have quite a wide range of different spaces. What's good to know also, and that's something I really liked when I was a student at BSB, was that our campus is inside the city center. Often, the schools are outside the city, like 10, 15, 20 minutes away. And having our campus inside the city is really good for students because you can really have this city feeling. You can do everything within a walking distance, and it's really nice. You can also, of course, take advantage of the public transport system, which is electric. So it doesn't have much pollution. And yes, it's quite a nice city to live in, honestly. Okay. Then, of course, always in that sense of how you have to pick your best education is the international exposure. I think it's really important, and you are probably very young, but you will all work in a globalized world with people from all over the world and from different nationalities. At BSB, we have 25% international students. Overall, it's 75 different nationalities on campus. So you will meet people from all over the world, North America, Europe, Asia, but also Africa. Well, every country can be represented. And also, it's not only towards our students, but also towards our teachers. And I think it's also important to note that you will have courses from the teachers with different nationalities too, because I can see, for example, there are people from the Philippines. So having the same course taught by a Filipino teacher, a Chinese teacher, and a French teacher, even if the course is the same, you will not learn the same things, if you know what I mean. So that's why we try to push through all our programs. And finally, and I think probably it's the most important things that you have to check is, as I said, the studies are always a way to reach a goal, and the goal is your career. So how do you make sure that you pick the right program for your career, that is to say, for your future? At Burgundy School of Business, what we did is having an internal dedicated team for the career. It's called the Career Booster, and their goal is to make sure that you have the best employability during and after your studies. Why do I say during the studies? Because during your studies, you will probably have internships and maybe part-time jobs, things like that. So how do we do that? Every week, at least, there is a corporate event. It can be a professional conference, it can be a booster camp, it can be a job dating, it can be appointment with specialized coaches. Everything is really available for you. It's included in the program, so you don't have to pay for additional services. On our side, it's a global package. And you have this website that we did only for our students, where you will see the different companies who are hiring only our students, job offers only for our students, and so on. So it's really, we do our best to make sure that you have everything you need. Of course, I have to talk about the alumni network, of which I am part of. So obviously I had to say it. The alumni network is really important. Why? Because as a graduate, you have something that links you to other graduates with BSB. So this network can really help you building your own business, finding clients, but also finding maybe providers. So in any way, it will help you. Of course, you saw that we have an expertise in wine and spirits business. So this is what our wine and spirits business school looks like. It's a building inside our campus. And we are very proud of our ranking on this particular expertise. We have been very proud to be on the front cover of the Financial Times because we are ranked first in this subject. So if you want to study this program, I would definitely advise you check on our website. Then this is the list of what you can learn at BSB. I do not have time to go through all the programs that we have. I will definitely send you the link of our website to go and check, because we have 14 different programs. So I think it's better that you check depending on your own needs, because it's very personal. But this is what you can learn at BSB. So accounting and auditing, finance, marketing and communication, luxury marketing, digital, data science, entrepreneurship, human resources, wine and spirits business, and arts and cultural management. For these last two, we are ranked first. So we are very proud of having this expertise. Let me put the link to the website in the chat box so that you can go and check our programs. I'll talk briefly about them anyways. So here are some of our programs. As I said, I cannot list all of them here, but that's to give you an idea. So if you are currently a high school student and you are getting your high school diploma at the end of the year, you can apply for our Bachelor in Management. Our Bachelor of Management is a 3-year program that's taught. All our programs, first of all, are taught entirely in English. So that's one thing to say. You can, of course, have them in French if you want, but all of them are available in English. Our undergraduate program lasts 3 years, which is a good advantage compared to traditional bachelor programs who last 4 years, but it's the exact same recognition. And you can see the fees for all of them. So it really depends on the program, but that's to give you an idea. Of course, we have 2 years Master in Management, which is the program I did. It's the most advanced program in management that we have, but it's also quite general. That's why in the second year of the Master in Management, you get to choose a high value specialization or double diploma. For the rest of the programs, MBA, MSCs, these are 1-year specialized programs, and that's good for you if you already know what subject you want to study. If you don't, I would suggest to go for a more generic program. And yeah, that's it. So how to apply, I'll go quite quickly on that. I will rather show you our website, but let me explain that it's a fully online application. You have to fill in your application form. You have to, there is no GRE or GMAT that is required so far. So you only have one thing to do once the application is done, is a remote motivation interview with the head of the program. So that's what's required. We do have scholarships, and I think I saw this question pop up previously. So I will definitely send you the link to how the scholarships work. On the other hand, I want to say that that the scholarships are actually ending really soon. They are ending in May 31st, so in less than 20 days. So if you plan to apply, I would definitely advise you to rush things a little bit if you plan to have a scholarship. But the final deadline to apply to Burgundy School of Business is July 1st. Okay. Then once your application is done and you are admitted, you will have to, of course, go through the visa process. But this is something you already know. Okay, and yeah, that's it. I'll finish talking because I don't like talking a lot. But I hope I gave you enough global information so that I can answer to more specific questions. Feel free to reach out to me for anything, and I'll definitely try to answer to you. And this is our team, and we speak many different languages, and we are trying to be as available as we want. So I will also show you how you can stay in contact with us. And yeah, that's it. So I think I can drop this presentation and start answering your questions. Thanks for your attention, by the way.
Perfect, Camille. Thank you very much for the presentation. I have tracking here some of the questions. So, how is the accommodation? Is the first question. Do you have in-campus accommodation, or is it near the school, etc., etc.?
Okay, so this is a very good question. About accommodation. So as I said, our campus is located inside the city. This is a very good advantage for accommodation because we have a wide range of many different accommodations. So we have a dedicated online platform for accommodation booking. We have different types of accommodations. Some of them are student style accommodation. The cheapest ones we have are available, of course, and we have, as I said, different. It really depends on what you are looking for. Do you want the cheapest or do you want the closest to the school? You can choose what depending on your own criteria. Then about the fees, so what we ask our students to plan for 1 month, all included, is 750 euros. Accommodation included, transportation included, etc.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Um, Here it says, do I have to have any French proficiency tests, or is not necessary?
So it depends if you want what program you want to study. If you want to study a program in English, we will ask only for an English test, like IELTS, TOEIC, TOEFL. We also give the possibility for our students this year to actually try an English test that is called Duolingo. It's a test that can be done online if you have trouble taking an appointment for IELTS due to COVID or something like that. We totally understand. So we offer this possibility. So we will ask you for a French level test, let's say, if you want to study in French only. And for those who do not speak French at all, I want to say that we offer free French classes for all our international students.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Here's another question. Are these online programs or in-person programs?
Good question. So at the moment, in France, COVID is really slowing down. Next week, everything is reopening, basically. So we are very happy, and I really wish that everyone is in that case. So our students this year, for safety reasons, were studying from home, but our pedagogical model is to have our students face to face in small classrooms. So we will only have uh, offline classes. So that is to say face-to-face programs this year.
That is awesome. Finally.
I think honestly, most students are really happy that it's only face-to-face.
Yes. Perfect. So another question here is, can I work while studying?
Yeah, so all students can work while studying in France because you will have a student visa to come study here. And this visa allows you to work, I think it's a maximum 20 hours per week. Although I did it myself, so I'm not a good example. I wouldn't advise all the students to count on that for one simple reason is that studies is a time of your life where you're supposed to study and not work, first of all. So studies have to be number one priority because the goal is for you to get your diploma in the end. Working, of course, can help, but it cannot be a solution for founding. It cannot be a financial solution for paying the school. It can definitely help to pay the living, a small part of the living expenses, but still. So I just want to be very frank, and also because you are in France, to work you have to speak French. So this is why we offer the French classes. But I would definitely advise students to focus on studies first and work second.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Um, is IELTS 6.5 okay for applying, or what are the English requirements?
Mhm. So the English requirements are different depending on the programs. So it really depends on what program the student is talking about. So I will actually send him or her the link to programs page so that he checks. But I think so because most of our programs require IELTS 6.0. I think so, but of course it needs a double check depending on the program.
Perfect, Camille. Thank you very much. Um, Here are a lot of questions about the scholarships. So,
Okay.
how can they apply for the scholarships?
Okay, so we tried to make it simple. Once you apply to our school, you automatically enroll for the scholarships because the scholarships are merit based. So we give the scholarship to the most outstanding students. And because we didn't want you to do a second application kind of thing for the scholarships, you automatically enroll for our scholarships by applying. So of course, to have a scholarship, you need to be admitted, and that's just the thing. But all students are considered, and they are all students have their chances of getting a scholarship.
Perfect. That's great. That's awesome. Here someone is asking, what is the average income we can expect from a part-time job?
What is the average? Sorry.
Income that we can
Uh-huh.
expect from a part-time job.
Oh, so let me do a quick calculation because I don't know that by heart. I have to be I have to be quite frank. So if we say you work 20 hours a week, which is the maximum, again, I would not advise to do that. 10. So I think the big maximum you could earn if you work the maximum, then it would mean you work at night and on weekends, whereas you're supposed to do your homework. Uh, it would be 600 euros. But yeah, I would definitely not count on that. That's to be frank. I
Okay.
hope that answers the question. Actually, minimum wage in France is 10 euros per hour, but you have to take off taxes. So that's how you can calculate if you want to calculate it from home.
Perfect. Thank you very much. What is the maximum percentage that the scholarship can be?
Mhm. So scholarships are between 25% and 50% of the tuition fees.
Awesome. Do you have any minimum or maximum age for applying?
Uh-huh. So that's a good question. We do not have an age requirement. For our MBA Wine and Spirits business, which is the most advanced program in wine and spirits, and it's an MBA, so it's for professionals. So we do not have an age requirement, we have an experience requirement. So of course it can be related, but we need people to have at least 3 years of work experience. And in average, the classroom age is 32 for this particular program. So in average, it's people having or 10 years work experience. But for the rest of the programs, we do not have age requirements. I don't know what age the person is on what program he or she wants to apply for, but I know that for the visa, depending on the program, it can be a problem to be too old, even if I don't like that word. So if you want, you can reach out to me through the contact form I gave you, and we can see in details depending on this person and the program they are targeting.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Uh, just to remind you guys that we have some polls on the third window of your chat tab. If you want to go there and answer, we'll be super happy about it. Um, Now, the next question is there any other kind of funding opportunities aside from the scholarships?
So the scholarships that I mentioned are offered by us directly. This is from the school. And I know that some governments or some institutions in your home country offer also scholarships sometimes. So that would be in addition. Even if you already have a scholarship, we can definitely give you our scholarship on our side. So if you have any other scholarship, I mean, good for you, and probably you deserved it. So congratulations. But of course, we are okay with you having other ways of funding yourselves, of course.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Here's another question. What is your usual criteria for admission?
What is my
Usual criteria for admission.
okay? So globally, we have two main criteria for, I would say, requirement. I mean, if that's the question, we have academic requirements and language requirements. Academic requirement, for example, it's very simple. If you want to apply for a master's degree, we want to make sure that you already have a bachelor's degree. Otherwise, we cannot recruit you. And language requirements, I think I mentioned it, but of course, if English is not your native language, we just want to make sure that you are able to follow the course 100% in English. So that's why we ask you for an English test. So I would say we have academic and language requirements globally. I hope that answers the question. If not, ask it again in another way. But yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Here, someone is asking if I have an IB diploma, do I also need an English proficiency test?
So I don't know what country this person comes from, but if you have studied your whole high school in English entirely, we will not ask for an additional language test. I think that was the question. So if you did your 3 years of or 4 years, depends on the country, of high school in English, and you did all your the subjects, all your tests, all your everything is in English, then yes, I tell you, you do not need IELTS. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Um, Here, someone is asking, do you have any double degree programs?
Yes, actually, it's a difference that it's. Thank you for asking. It's a difference that our school has. Because we are recognized and ranked quite highly, we are happy to have very good partner universities. So partner universities we have 200 partner universities, so I cannot name them all, but they are universities just like us who are among the highest. They all of them have the international accreditations, first of all, and they are among the top universities. So you definitely can have a double diploma with them for no additional tuition fees. It is all included in the program. So if you have the opportunity of doing that, I would definitely advise you to do so, because this is a great way to boost your career and your resume and make you being different from other students. So double diplomas can happen at undergraduate level with the bachelor in management, or postgraduate level for the master in management degree.
Awesome. Yeah, that is super cool. That is a great opportunity for the students.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now we have another question here. Can you please run again through the tuition fee for the programs?
Mm-hmm. So I would like to be specific on that, but the tuition fees are different for all the programs. So I'm not sure if the person could actually say what program she's or he is talking about. That would be great. But let me re-explain globally. So undergraduate program we have is Bachelor in Management. Bachelor in Management tuition fees are 7,500 euros per month. Let me just list and have. I put in the chat the link to our programs again so that you can go and check depending on what program you're talking about. So this is the undergraduate program. Then our 2-year master in management tuition fees are 11,500 euros per year. Master of Sciences, 14,000 euros. And then we have different fees for our wine-related programs. So probably I hope that answers the question, but I definitely go and check for each program. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Um, Here's another question. Do you offer any kind of assistance for the visa process?
So because we are partners with Campus France for 15 years now and our school is recognized, we have 99.5% success for visas for our students. So it's extremely rare that a student gets rejected for visa. And it already happened, as I said, it's only 0.5%, so it's really low. When it happens and we do a second visa presentation, we always got it in the end. So I would say that we, by our positioning, help with that. Of course, if you need support, but the visa appointment is really personal. So it's you who have to take the appointment, who have to go there, prepare your file and so on. If you need advice on that, we have a visa section on our website that can help you, of course. And if you have questions, I definitely advise you to reach out to us. But there are good chances that if you are a serious student and you follow our instructions, you will get your visa.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Of
Now,
course.
here's another question. When is the deadline for applying?
So the scholarship deadline is May 31st. So in like 19 days. No, 19 days. But the global application deadline is July 1st. So if you want to apply for scholarships, you only have less than like 2.5 weeks left. So I definitely advise you to rush things up, as I said. But if you want to take more time, but you are not interested in scholarships, you always have an additional month and a half. So, but in any case, I always say, and I want to repeat it today, never wait until the last minute, because if you are lacking an attachment and your application cannot happen, it's too bad that you waited until the last days. The more you anticipate, the higher the chances of getting admitted and getting your visa. Usually, the students who are the earliest are have higher chances of getting their project done.
Yes, exactly, guys. Remember that studying abroad is not something that happens fast. You have a lot of things to do prior your arrival to the school, so plan with time. This is super.
There is admission, there is the visa, but then some countries still have a lot of COVID, so you need to book a flight, book your accommodation, and finding a flight with an interesting rate can also be challenging sometimes. And the flight, like the plane tickets, the earlier you apply, the cheaper they might be. And sometimes students, because they're last minute, their plane tickets can be 3,000 euros. So I would not recommend you to wait until last minute.
Yes, exactly. Now here we have another question. It says, can I clarify for the double degree? Is the list of 200 partner universities on the website?
Uh-huh.
Is asking about the bachelor program specifically.
The which one? Which program?
The
Sorry.
bachelor program.
Oh, for the bachelor program. Because our website has been redone, to be totally frank, so we are actually updating the list of all our partners. I'm not sure the list is updated yet. Let me check very quickly. study abroad opportunities, I'll tell you. But if you want a specific type of programs, I definitely, I think the list is, let me send you a link. The list looks like it's updated. So let me give you the link. So if you are already on the website, it's the tab called Study Abroad Opportunities. Let me give you the link and you can check. Universities. And if you have specific question, please reach out to me in the contact form so that I can give you specific details. Like if you want such type of double diploma for such type of degree, I can tell you.
Perfect. Here someone else is asking, aside from language requirements, what is the academic requirement for a postgraduate program?
So for postgraduate programs, you have two choices. Either you pick the 2-year Master in Management degree, or you pick an MSc. So MSc, for the record, Master of Science, it's a 1-year postgraduate program, but it's quite specialized. For example, MSc Data Science. So you know you want to study data science already. So the academic requirement is always to have a bachelor's degree. So a non-French bachelor's degree, to be very precise. So any degree from any university anywhere in the world is okay. Of course, what we will look at is your transcripts. We know that some universities are better than others, so we will take that into account. And we also know that the GPAs cannot be compared one to the other depending on the universities. We are very used to that, so don't worry. You just put your transcripts and the required attachments on your application as it's asked, and follow the steps that we did for you. And honestly, it's if you do that really seriously and properly, and you put the right attachments, there is no reason why you should be rejected.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, someone here is asking, if I apply now, when am I supposed to start?
If she wants to apply now?
Yes. Like if
Well,
he applies like for this July deadline.
oh, okay. So, yeah, sorry, I just wanted to, I wasn't
It's
sure
okay.
of the question. No worries. So, I will give you the link to apply. Well, everything is really clear on our website again, but I'll definitely send you the link. So application, as I said, is really easy. Honestly, in 5 minutes it's done. Let me send you the link for applications. But first, if you want to go check on the website what program is made for you, I would advise to do that beforehand. But yeah, that's it. So I hope it answers the question.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Here's another question. If I have done internships, does that count as experience for the MBA?
So for MBA, scholarships do not count as professional experience. We ask for 3 years of consistent professional experience and at advanced management level. But if you are not sure if you fit the program, definitely reach out to me in the contact us on the website. You can send me your resume and I'll check with you if it works or not.
Perfect. Thank you very much. If I started my university in my home country, can I be able to finish it in BSB?
I'm not sure I understand that question actually.
I believe it's about like validation.
Credit
Yes,
transfer, maybe? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it really depends at what level you are. For example, if you are in the middle of your bachelor's degree, I really have to look at it precisely because we don't do that usually, to be frank. So if you want to reach out to me for your specific case, I can definitely check. But if that would happen, I would need the amount of ECTS credits, if you have that you already passed. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Um, Here, can you learn French or another language in this school?
So if you are not an English native speaker, you will have English for sure. And you will have French as a foreign language classes, as I said. These will be the two languages that you'll have. You can have a third language. It's optional. We don't force people to take one, but you can have it, of course, if you want. It can be Japanese, Arabic, anything, any new language you want to learn. We do offer that possibility. I think we have like a 13 or 14 different languages you can learn. So if you want, you can, of course, pick that.
Perfect. That is great.
Yeah.
Here, someone is asking, is certain working experience required for an MSc?
For an MSc, we do not ask for experience. We just ask for you to have a bachelor's degree. That's all.
Um, Here is another question. Well, there are a couple of questions of how is the admission process. I know that we have mentioned this, but can you go through it again, please?
Sure, sure. So admission, first of all, let me redirect you to the, give you the correct page. Or maybe I can share my screen just like I did last time, because I think it was useful. Share my screen, share the second screen. Yep. You should see it. Yeah. So this is our website. Okay. And these are the tabs. And I am here on admission, how to apply. And this is quite extensive. So you can check how to apply, after you apply, and requirements. So these are the application steps, but this I already explained. The requirements for undergraduate and postgraduates, of course, they are different. Then language with the tab of equivalencies between IELTS, TOEIC, because I get this question like, oh, I have that, what's the equivalency? So there you have a clear tab in case you need for all the programs. You can see there, for example, MSCs. If you have IELTS 6.0, then it corresponds to TOEIC 750 and so on. If you come from English-speaking countries, of course, this is the list of English-speaking countries. You do not have to provide an English test. For French programs, we have the same tab, and then we have the steps. So first step, filling the online application form, okay, with the details of what's needed. Second, pay the application fee. We have a €100 application fee. Then we send you the emails for every step. So we just tell you to, we detail every email that you'll be receiving in there. Then you receive your acceptance. So then once you've been admitted, we will ask you to pay a deposit to secure your seat in the classroom. Of course, this is in deduction of the tuition fees. You have the detail here if you want to check. We have different tabs, as I said, so you can see how to apply, tuition fee and payment plans, financial aid, visa and immigration. So feel free to navigate between all these tabs. I think you can find what you need in there. Tuition fees and payment plans are detailed here with examples, so I think you can have a good idea. Then you have two very important appointments, the visa and Campus France. So that's the details of what you can do. And then how to prepare for your departure, the accommodation, welcoming days, and so on. So I hope that sums up. Of course, I cannot read the whole page with you, but I will send you that link again just in case you haven't seen it. And I hope that answers the question. So admission tab on website in the chat so that you can click in there. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that was super helpful. It's better always to see it.
Yeah, that's for sure. I understand it can be challenging to understand the details, so no worries.
Perfect. So now we have another question over here. What is the acceptance rate for an MSc?
Oh, for an MS, I don't know it globally. I know it by program. It would depend on the MSc, but most I would say in average, I would say 70% acceptance rate. So you have good when you apply, you have very good chances of being admitted. Most students who are not admitted for language reasons, so they don't have the necessary, like, language is not enough, so that's more a question of language.
Yeah, perfect. That's good to know because if someone is super interested in BSB but doesn't feel confident enough, they can like prepare themselves a little bit more in
Mhm.
English or French,
And in my
depending.
experience, students who finish their application do it very well with good attachments, a good cover letter, they made the effort of doing it. They're motivated, so they show it during the interview, and that's what counts for us. So that's how they get admitted.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much. Um, do you have any kind of like diploma, like short diplomas, like short courses?
Oh, so the shorter program I have currently is a 1-year program. This is the MSc type. So I don't think that's what you're looking for, but I just had to explain.
That's okay. Um, here someone is asking if I got a scholarship from BSB, can I also have like extra scholarships from the government or other institutions?
So yeah, so I've already said it, but yes, some governments offer scholarships based on, can be a criteria of what you are going to study or when or what type of school. Because we are accredited, I think we are in the batch of schools that are often eligible for scholarships, but you have to do the application for the scholarship. I cannot do it for you. So of course we accept that.
Perfect. Here I have a question about the visa. How long is the visa good for? Only 1 or 2 years?
Oh, good question. So the visa is for the duration of your studies. That's one thing. We give extra time for the visa because, well, depending on the program you will pick, you will have to do a thesis at the end of your studies. At the end of master's programs, at least we will ask you to do a thesis. So we give extra time for you to do the thesis. Let me give you an example. MSc start in September and end in July. Internships are optional, so you can do it if you want. I advise you to do it if you can. If you cannot, we do not force you, but you have the thesis to give. We give you time to do this thesis until December. So your visa will go from September to December, so 1 year and a half, even if the program lasts 1 year. There are stayback options, but it depends on the nationality of the candidate. So usually it's 1 year, but I don't want to say you'll have the 1 year group. So yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
think
very
people
much.
are asking how to talk to me, so I'll give again the link so
Yes.
that link to write to me. Okay, just before it closes. So it's actually the contact us on the website. I receive it myself or my colleagues. So it's not a robot behind it, it's us. So feel free to push your questions here and we will receive it and answer to them as soon as we can.
Perfect. Thank you very
I don't
much.
have a group chat. People are asking me, "Do you have a group chat? Add me." I don't have that. I'm sorry. I just have this contact form, and then we'll have an email and talk via WhatsApp if you want.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Camille. Um, is there any chance that I can have a work permit after my studies?
So after your studies, if you find a job in France, anyways, you'll have a work permit. That's how it works. But it depends if you. So work permit means that you want to stay in France to work. And just to be clear, so you get that obviously if you want to stay. I have to say that most people usually want to go back to their home country right after your studies. But obviously, if you want to stay in France or in Europe, anywhere, you can, of course.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Guys, remember that if you have like super specific questions, we'll just
Yeah.
share the link on the chat when you can contact her and
Mhm.
ask everything you need. I'm sure she will be super happy to receive all your questions
Not too
with
much.
everything.
I'm joking.
Here's another question. Are people in Dijon speaking English well? I mean, will we have difficulties to blend in the community or to do daily tasks like shopping or something like that?
So no, I don't think you all struggle. First of all, people are used to. We have a lot of tourism, so people are used to have strangers in that sense. So that's the first thing because we are a very touristic region due to our very special wine producing. It's world recognized, so a lot of people come here to visit that and also visit the city because the city is really nice and hasn't been destroyed during the war. So the buildings are very traditional and so on. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that to run your errands or go shopping, it's also your effort to speak French because, as I said, we will offer you free French classes. So of course, I think you can try a little bit, and between you speaking a little bit of French and everyone speaking a little bit of English, everything works. So yeah, it's a common effort, but I think nowadays, 2021, we understand each other way easier than a few years ago.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Camille.
Mm,
Um,
of course.
I believe we have reached like the end of all the questions. I don't know if you have any like a final advice for the students.
So yeah, if you want to keep in touch, please do that through the link I gave you. In any case, if you haven't saved the link, you can still find it on the website. And as I said, I'm behind that forum, so it's just a way for me to receive the request of the students. Feel free to reach out to me for anything. Please do not wait until the last minute to do so because I do have a lot of students that are interested in joining. So if you want me to answer to you in really quickly, don't wait until the last day, midnight, to do so because I'm not sure I will be able to do that. I'll do my best anyways. So yeah, I would say that. And thanks again for your attention and joining us. It's always good to have a good interaction like we had today. I can see that those students are really dynamic. Huh?
Yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sending us all your questions. It was super fun to answer you all, and thank you, Camille, for sharing with us all this valuable information. And
Thank,
I hope to see you really soon.
yeah, thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, day, evening. I don't know where you're located, but have a great one, you all. See you next
Bye.
time. Bye bye.